Corruption in Sudan is substantial, as considered one of the most corrupt nations in the world. The Transparency International 2011 Corruption Perception Index would be 177 out of 183 countries. On 2010 World Bank Worldwide Governance indicates 100-point scale. It scored a simple digit in every category, including 0.9 for the potential stability and 6.2 for the rule of law and the 7.2 for the regulatory equality. The Colonel Omar al-Bashir took the power during the 1989 cooperation and acceded to presidency in 1993. He then took many measures to silence his opposition. The Second Sudanese Civil War ended in 25, and after long ceasefire in 2011, South Sudan gained independence. Nonetheless, corruption remained rampant. All the new conflict arose in Darfur. Corruption in Yemen is a highly serious problem. Yemen is the most corrupt country in the Gulf of Middle East. It is also the poorest country in the Middle East. Exceptionally high birth rate and dwindling reserve of oil and water in Yemen, according to Chatham House. Corruption, poverty, inequality are systematic. In the word of corrupt activity is also intrahense and pervasive that many citizens feel powerless. The corruption began in mid 1990s and became the rampage in Yemen. The presidency of Ali Abdullah Saleh, who served from 1990 to 2012, was said to be marked by a mixture of government, military, and corporate interests. The self-enrichment member of Saleh's clan established a power base in the military, with Saleh's nephew Muhammad Abdullah Saleh running the Central Security Forces. On Muhammad Abdullah Saleh death in 21, his son Yahya Muhammad Abdullah Saleh took the control of CSF. Meanwhile, Yahya Badr Tariq Amer ran from the Presidential Guard and National Security Bureau. The resignation effectively ended the civil war, replacing Saleh as a president was his deputy. The negotiated handover of power was widely viewed as a regional success story. The UN panel told the Security Council in February 2015 that Saleh was thought to have accumulated up to $60 billion corruption during his tenure. He had carried out these activities in the collaboration with friends, family, and associates, including at least 5 prominent businessmen, and his stolen assets reportedly been hidden in at least 20 countries. Corruption was one of the primary reasons that pushed the massive rally in 2011. Corruption defined Egypt's economy in more ways than one. While popular businessmen received a privileged treatment, the average business must embrace the culture of lying, extortion, and bribery. This favoritism forced businesses to have a strong network in order to survive. Although laws exist to criminalize these actions, they are poorly enforced. Businesses with informal connection within the government receive professional treatment, navigating through Egypt's complex regulatory framework, providing distinctive for the competition and inefficient enforced legal system and widespread culture of corruption leave the business reliant on use of middlemen known as wasta Corruption in Somalia is pertained to reported level of corruption within the Somalia public and private sector according to the official metrics. Anti-graft measures aim at addressing those issues as well as political dispensation and structural changes in the government affecting the transparency, owing lack of accountability in the receipt and expenditures of public funds by the transitional federal government. The Unity Administration was formed in 2008 after UN Brokers Conference in between the representatives of Somali Transitional Federal Government and the Moderate Islamist Alliance. In 2012, World Bank report that 130 million or 68% of funds that coalition that the government had received over this 2009 and 2010 period was uncounted. Corruption is a serious problem in the South Korea. The Transparency International 2016 Corruption Perception Index ranked from 52nd place out of 176 countries. Most recently, in 2015, former Prime Minister of South Korea resigned after being embroiled in a corruption scandal, which has been damaged the reputation of the president. Park Geun-hye, Lee Wan-koo had become the Prime Minister in February 2015, but 2 months into a job, Sang Wang-jong, construction tycoon, who had received money from him, the former Prime Minister was on this list. Lee Wan-koo initially denied the accusation and showed no intention of vacating his position. However, he ultimately offered his resignation. After the result of such scandals, coupled with other incidents such as Seawall disaster, a 2015 report released by the Organizations for the Economic Cooperation and Development. The government has taken the step to fight the corruption, such as Act of Protection of Public Interest Whistleblowers, which protect the whistleblowers who report public and private corruptions as well as foreign bribery. Public services have also been digitalized in order to avoid opportunities for the corruption. However, large significant difficulties in the illicit business behavior is still common among them. Hey guys, thank you for watching the video. If you like that video, please hit the like button and please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon.